tell them that it's human nature. Yeah, I'm way off. Shit. Welcome back. I'm a little late because I was getting my affairs in order. Why? Why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Why? Yeah, man. Okay, Restream is working. I like that. That's always a good sign. Whoa, 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 whoa. I like that. Oh, it's a wine night. This is gonna be a short stream. I'm not gonna cap because I got shit to do tomorrow. Big things that I gotta be on point for. But we're still gonna continue our regular program. I do not have any weed though. That is the biggest drawback of the night. No weed. I have this little pen. It's probably empty. Let me see. Yeah, pretty much. But it's okay. It's okay. It's honestly okay. Like, I damn near didn't even want to drink tonight, but you know, content's got a content. Whoa, 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 whoa. I like that. I'm gonna let the beat build and we'll get into it. At some point I will announce my big news that I've been teasing. If you kind of have been tapping in, you'll probably already can guess, but it's really not that crazy, but to me it is. Shit. Wow, they're really pushing the Kick Go Live app. You can download it straight from the thing now. From this app, which is cool. So hopefully you can like change titles and shit on it. I did have it at one point, but obviously I'm multi-stream, so I don't have a use for that. But if you only stream on Kick, why would you not use that shit? Why would you not? It's like perfect. It's built in. It's integrated. It's, you know. I wonder if they have the picture-in-picture shit like how Kick, the new Twitch app, does. Picture-in-picture for streaming is amazing. Amazing. So we're gonna let this beat. The fuck? Oh, I don't have my headphones in. Yo, yo. All right, we're gonna get into it though. We can pour up some wine while we wait for people to join. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Today's a random Wednesday. Wine Wednesday. Why not? That's how I'm feeling. This is like, believe it or not as maybe underwhelming as the stream seems. This is kind of the most this is some good, decent planning. Not decent planning, but this stream is not completely like afterthought. I did think about this earlier. I also got the Saratoga sparkling, damn good sparkling water. I wasn't that I like this Saratoga, but I like the Mountain Valley better. But this as a sparkling water is very good. Amazing carbonation, good plain flavor. It's good. It's really, really good. 10 out of 10 sparkling water. I'm not gonna lie. If it's not a 10, it's a 9. Very good. Very good. Very, 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 very good. There was no Dingle Tuesday yesterday, partly because, I mean, hey, it's not easy being a consistent fucking person. You know, that's the thing. People want to criticize and tell you how they would do things, and it's just like, not them. I'm not even talking about the Dingles per se, but just in general. And it's like, it's always coming from the people that don't do it and would never, or couldn't. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, sometimes people will like tell you and they'll like try it and then they'll get like, not, it's not really the beginner's luck. It's just like lack of fatigue. You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, it's like do it, just keep doing it and keep going and keep going. It's like anything is easy if you do it for a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, but do it, keep doing it. Do it for 52 weeks and then get back to me and tell me what you learned. You know what I'm saying? Wait till you have a whole bad month and then come back to me and tell me how you got through that whole bad month. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Nothing, you know, bad month is the worst. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, we're about to pop open this Apothic Cabernet Sauvignon. I might be ratchet with it and put ice in it. I'm not sure yet. You don't need ice for red wine, but why the fuck not? It is kind of low class, but, you know, I'm not sure. Tomorrow's a big day for me. People don't even know. Open up that bottle of wine. You know, when the arms go up, that's how you know the party's about to start. Everybody hands go up, and they stay there, and they say, yeah, up, down, up, down, up, down. Because all we do is win. Ooh, all right, cool. All right, let's pour up some of this good old. You're supposed to actually like aerate your wheat. Your your wine tastes a lot better if you aerate it first. Meaning, I can't do all that shit right now. Fuck it. But what you can do, I'll do it with this. So it basically is the idea of pouring it into another container and then into another one. Basically mixing it. So what I would, how would I do this? I'll pour it in here. And then I'm gonna pour it into this big cup. This is stupid, but. And I'm gonna pour it back into the little cup. And it should be more, it opens it up, you know, breaks, I don't know exact fucking tech behind it, but it works. Damn good. All right, I like wine. I wasn't really into wine before, but it's cool. Wine is cheap and it's strong. Can't really go wrong with wine. And it tastes pretty good. It doesn't taste bad. So I'm not fucking mad. Did I not clear my chat? I thought I cleared. Let's clear it. I don't need all that bullshit. Oh, am I not logged in on this thing? That's what happened. Okay, let me log in on my chat so I can actually access it. Today is Wednesday. And I don't know. I don't know if I should stream tomorrow. I was thinking about streaming like leading up, but because I have seen people do. I might not. I might stream it. I'll just stream after. Hold on. I gotta put the OTP code in so I can get my chat. There we go. Now let's try to clear it. Got him. Wait. Yo, isn't it crazy how different this stream is now? Remember like Ty and like Glacial fucking fighting every day on the stream? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is weird not having Ty, I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, it's not that weird. I'm trying to think of how long he's been gone for. I feel like that was like January. And so that's like 5 months, which is trippy to think about, is that Ty has been not on this stream. It's like half and half now at this point, because if we're hitting May now, and I started in basically end of May, beginning of June, that means from January to now, it's been like 5 months of Ty not here, and he wasn't here for the first 2 months. So honestly, like, if you think about it, Ty was only on the stream for like 4 months. Jam-packed 4 months, but he's been not on the stream for longer than he was on the stream, which is crazy to think about. What up, Glacial? Do you miss Ty? Do you miss BKS? Yo, shut the fuck up. I don't even need to put the red wine in the fridge. I'm tripping. Oh, I kind of want it to be cold. We'll put some ice in here. Fuck it. She wanna hang with an Indian. She wanna hang with an Indian. I need like 10 people in here to drop the news. I need like 2 chatters in here to drop the news. No pun intended. If you know, you know. All right, who's that? Oh, 448, yo, 5. Salute, my nigga. Keep going up. I appreciate you, bro. Yo, are you on the No Jumper Reddit? Do you look at the No Jumper Reddit? Just curious. 448, yo, you might be seeing me soon. I'm not gonna lie. You might be seeing me soon. That's all I'm gonna say. Stay tuned. By stay tuned, I mean, yeah, literally. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. I was just curious if you're in the Reddit, because it's going down in the Reddit. Reddit is everything. I feel like the Reddit is at an all-time high for No Jumper. As far as like engagement and the jokes and everything. You want to know why? Because I feel like the hosts were never in the Reddit. Did I see your message and kick? Oh, I didn't see that part. I missed his content / nonsense he brought. That's your take on that's your take on Ty. That's funny. Okay. You said how now I'm 40 years old. I don't even know what that is. Shit. So you're just a real No Jumper fan. You're just like you're a purist. That's what I would say. You're a purist. That's what's up. You don't even know what Reddit is. Well, Reddit is basically like the message board where basically people just talk shit. Here, for example, I will show you the No Jumper Reddit. You go to reddit.com and then up here you would type in No Jumper and then oh, we cannot show this. Communities. Man. Wow. I mean, maybe I shouldn't show the Reddit on No Jumper. But basically, a whole bunch of posts about No Jumper stuff. Talking about Tam. Talking about Moose Man. Talking about a lot of Tam today. Yeah, basically, it's like the audience gets a chance to be a part of the narrative, basically. And I think what's different about this time around with the Reddit is I don't remember I remember people, certain hosts looking at the Reddit, but like I'm the guy that's like making content in the Reddit. Like I'm dissing Doughboy, I'm dissing Moose Man. Like if you saw the live stream at the pool party, Doughboy had this is my contribution. I am Disastrous Chance. Doughboy had on these shoes. I made the Coke Boy AI thing. Ricky Sausage Fingers, this Spody Face Doughboy thing, the Moose Man. This is what start. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I was the first person to be like calling them freaky for stripping down on the. I even did this years ago, or 9 months ago when Ricky came in. But I swear I was the first one to push the narrative, and the reason why I feel like I'm one of the first people to push the narrative about this is because this was. I don't know. I just put out content like literally like that night, and I promoted it. I was gonna say because it was members only, but it wasn't members only. Yeah, but the Reddit is lit. But yeah, they refer to the Reddit a lot, and at first I was kind of like not that into it. What you drinking on tonight, family? I'm drinking some wine. You know, a little wine Wednesday. It was just switch it up. I'm usually a Henny person. I'll probably be on Henny tomorrow. But yeah, more on the wine wave tonight. I'm not really that big of a wine drinker, but I do fuck with it from time to time. What about you? What you getting into? Yeah, I was just watching a thing too. It was a clip of Tam and DeJean Paul, and it was like she was like, "Oh yeah," like I swear some of these hosts don't watch anything. But she was like, "Yeah, that guy TMS, that's who I picked. I'm like, oh, okay, I see how it goes. Okay, Tam picked TMS. That's crazy. I remember Adam brought him up. And he was like, yeah, da da da. This guy CMS. I'm like, damn. I don't know, bro. I'm like, damn, you gotta remember people's names. You gotta remember people's names. Did you see the news today with Clank? Clank. They brought back Clank 3 times for the news already, which is crazy. Not crazy. I actually fuck with Clank a lot. And I thought he would be. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be me, him, and Jarrell Jordan, or Jarrell Jackson. I mean, in the end, and it was none of us. But I knew Clank. Clank has good energy. I knew he was gonna. They're gonna use him. I don't know how the audience feels about Clank, but I like him. I think he's funny. But they brought back Clank 3 times. They brought him back the week I was there. Then they brought him back the week last week with Doughboy and that other random dude that they were calling Lupe Fiasco, and then he was back today. I'm like, oh shit. But the reality is that I'm going on No Jumper News tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm on that shit tomorrow at 12. That is the big news. No Jumper again tomorrow. You think Doughboy gonna last on the show? I think it's up to him, ultimately, because he win, lose, or draw is content. You know what I'm saying? And I heard Adam say something yesterday. He was like, I didn't expect it to necessarily. I'm paraphrasing. I didn't necessarily expect it to go this way, but shit, it's still engaging. You know what I'm saying? It's like I didn't, it wasn't the plan to have someone that people didn't necessarily like, but it still works. You know what I'm saying? So I think, I don't know. The thing with Doughboy, he's like a different fucking person every time. He's like a different character almost. He's cool though. The thing about Doughboy, he's mad cool off camera, but as soon as he goes on camera, just I don't know what it is. I can't explain it, bro. I think he'll stick around because honestly, he's one of the best talkers ever on No Jumper. He's very good at talking. Very good. He doesn't stutter. He doesn't say or like. He's very good at speaking. And it's just that when he does speak, sometimes he says some bullshit. But who doesn't, I'm proud of you. I knew you were going to make it straight. I appreciate you, bro. What up, bro? I'm in here early, bro. Hell yeah, Derek. Yeah, I guess I broke the news a little bit early. I'm going on No Jumper tomorrow. No, I appreciate you, though. Yeah, you're early on the wave of the post No Jumper thing, 448, yo. Yeah, you know what's crazy about it, though? You could say I made it, bro, like, so basically, I'm cool with Bo Jackman. I met him like a month or two ago on Melrose before the host competition, and we've been kind of cool ever since. So I met up with Bo like I think it was last week. When it had to be last week. It was like on Thursday or Friday. I met up with Bo. We were about to make some content, but it's something that ended up falling through. But we still met up, and we were just like talking. And I was like, "Yo, bro, how do I get back on the news?" Because they didn't call me. They called me back that one time. On the day of the 420 stream, and they hadn't called me back, and I'm seeing Clank go back, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, what is this? So I asked Bo, I was like, how do I get back on? He's like, yo, you just gotta hit up Josh. And so sure enough, I hit up Josh, I text him, sitting right next to Bo, and Josh hits me back like 5-10 minutes later, like, yo, what up? I'm like, oh shit, okay. And I'm like, and I basically asked him, do you have any availability for next week? And he was like, probably next week for sure. And I'm like, great. And then so I hit him up on Monday, and I was like, after they had already run the Monday news, because I'm like, okay, he didn't hit me up on Sunday for Monday, so I hit him up, and he was like, da 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 da, Thursday. And I'm like, bet. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where I guess you just got to hit him up, which is, I'm thinking I don't want to bother anybody. I don't want to, but so I don't know what maybe Clank has just been on his hey, I don't know. That might be the difference, but hey, TMS, if you're watching, I don't know. But yeah. I'm surprised they haven't brought back more people from the competition. The only people they brought back is me, Clank, TMS. That's it. And then there was one girl that was she was in the audition on Melrose, but she didn't actually make it to the second round, but they brought her back for a day. So yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. I don't know who I'm gonna be on with. I don't know the topics yet. I haven't even made my shirt yet. I know what I want to do on the shirt, but I haven't even made it yet. That's the crazy part. You, Munchie B, Tam, Lush, Ricky would be a cool ass show. So Munchie B, I fuck with Munchie heavy. Munchie's cool as fuck, actually. He's a cool dude. Tam, Tam is gone. She's nice, but Tam is, I don't know. She's shelved for the moment. She hasn't been here in damn near a month, so that's kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie. Ricky is cool too. I don't know. I don't understand the Ricky hate. He's just like a cool dude, and Ricky's actually turned up. Like, I don't know how. It's hard to explain, but Ricky has probably some of the most energy out of anybody there. Ricky's turned up as fuck. He's cool though. He's nice. So yeah, I potted with Munchie and Ricky before. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah, Munchie does good with. Munchie's just good. He's a good podcaster. That'd be fire. So I mean, it could be. I don't think it's gonna be Ricky because I think Ricky was on maybe Monday and today. So my guess was it might be Almighty. Fuck, I had it figured out. Almighty, Lush, me, and maybe like Spody Face. Maybe that's what I'm guessing it might be tomorrow. Depending, and then maybe there'll be a fifth seat too. Like maybe, yeah, maybe Munchie again. Maybe Munchie. We'll see. It was Munchie. That was the other person, and I think yeah. But yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I would love to work with anybody. I just know that they didn't put me on the same shit with Moose Man today. But maybe it'll be Doughboy tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know. I don't even ask. I just show up. All right, let's pull up Glacial's thing that he sent. Whatever this is. So Glacial, what happened with that? With the whole with the whole war and shit. That shit seemed like it came and went. You did it, bro. I'm proud of you, bro. Your growth is organic, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, honestly, it's a whole lot of, it's a struggle. It's actually a grind. Like, honestly, like, I could have went on once and never get called back, but I just happened to meet up with Bo, like, who's been there and through it. This is fire. I mean, considering, but it looks cool. It looks cool. I don't really support Trump like that, but the belt looks cool. President Trump just unveiled a new USC belt for the White House event. That's actually crazy. It looks cool. But I'm sure all the belts look cool, but yeah, great. That's hilarious. You never thought you would see like the president like endorsing like violent shit. It's kind of interesting. Like I wonder how many like presidents have been into like boxing. Probably all of them. Ew. All right. Sorry, had to wash my hands. Oh, fuck. No, I appreciate you though, Derek. I'm trying, man. I just honestly, what I'm finding is you gotta at No Jumper. It's like kind of like out of sight, out of mind. Closed mouths don't get fed. Closed mouths don't get clipped. Closed mouths don't get called back. And even still, like I'm thinking I'm doing great. I'm getting clips and everything, and they call Clake back. But again, I think Josh is so busy that you kind of have to like give him something to work with. So it's like, okay, cool. Otherwise, he's just gonna pick probably whoever is top on his text list. You know what I mean? The fact that I called him Monday and he booked me for Thursday says a lot. You know what I mean? So I just gotta keep going. Man, my nigga, your time coming. No Jumper or something else is gonna be all fall into place. And I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, no, I feel it. I gotta I just been like trying to like strategize like how I can what I can do more and do better. And really I think I did okay. I think I just it's just a comfortability thing. You hang out with a new group of people, you're gonna be a little quiet the first time, right? Just it is what it is. And most of the time you don't have to do that on camera with people watching. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it is. And that's kind of me. Like I just get more and more comfortable every time. I'm not gonna just I'm still gonna always be me, but I think you gotta be yourself. And I just plan on. I don't know. It's weird though. I feel like I thrive better like in the actual pod format though, like just more conversational as opposed to trying to report on news. Like the news is so obscure sometimes where it's just like, and even the topics are kind of are interesting. I feel like Flacco had pretty good topics, and if it's Remo now, I do feel a slight difference, but it's not bad though. Like today, the topics were Stefan Diggs not guilty, Adrian Broner crash out, Epstein victim missing. Not terrible. But yesterday, it was NBA Ben 10 in wheelchair, Boston Richie allegations, more OTF drama. It's kind of like, but there's also not that much going on in the news. And they're funny with these thumbnails because sometimes they don't even put the people in the thumbnail. Yeah, the news today only got 18K, which is crazy. 18K for the news today, which it should be more like 20. I don't know. It should be close to 30 by the end of the day. And then the Moose and Doughboy show with Nick Cannon only got 36K, which is like news numbers. Like the news, this news right here got 39K. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the fuck is going on. I have no idea, bro. It's interesting. Yeah, and the pool party 34K. Like that's very low considering. And you can't see the members only streams, but I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Sounds crazy to some people, but put God first and leave it in His hands. No, you're right. Honestly, I swear to God, like no, not to put God's name in vain. That is the truth, bro. Like honestly, you just gotta like specifically like kind of go for what you want and just literally just like low key pray. Be like, yo, just help me with this real quick so I can, what I mean, be specific. And you're right. That shit does work. Wait, what is up with my? So you on tomorrow, bro? Yeah, I'm on tomorrow at 12 PST. No jumper news, but that's where you start. That's where you start. My goals is to have a good stream tomorrow. I plan on kind of lingering a little bit later just to kind of like socialize a little more. Because usually I just like dip the fuck out as soon as I'm done. But last time I did the news, I got on the 420 stream, the 24-hour stream. So I must have been okay if they were fucking with it. And I'm seeing the support. I saw somebody in the Reddit type like replace Doughboy with Kyle. I was like, wow, people still remember me? That's crazy. But I think it's because I clip. And so people are seeing my clips. I was surprised. You'll tune in. Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, you definitely got to pray. Prayer is definitely the key. Especially right before, like, sometimes you just got to ask. Ask and you shall receive. Hold on, I'm trying to get my shit right. This computer's being a bitch. Yeah, you definitely got to pray. No, for real. You're right. You're right. I'm not even mad at that. I gotta pray. I gotta pray for God's gonna help me get on this demonic ass platform. But it's real shit though. I need to reset this. But yeah, man. Nah, it's that's how it goes though. That's how it goes. I definitely prayed before. I probably all these things honestly. Had a little chit chat, like yo. But yeah, nah, I'm hoping I'm on with Doughboy, but I don't know if they like. Moose Man still has me blocked. like a fucking hoe. Like, why'd you block me? All these people, you blocked me. Uh, what's his name? Doughboy. I don't know. He just doesn't say my name. I don't know if maybe he doesn't realize who I am. But I hope I'm on with one of them. But I'm pretty sure like they're not gonna put me on with Moose Man. You're not done yet though. You have more to come for real, bro. Yeah, and exactly. No, this is I appreciate it. No, this is definitely the start of it. This is definitely like the tip of the iceberg. You know, like I'm just blown away that we're about to hit a year, and this is what's happening after a year's worth of work, streaming every single day. That this is what I'm trying to figure out. These are the developments. You know what I'm saying? This is not what I was thinking. I'm thinking I'm gonna like I'm streaming so I can get on Streamer University or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm thinking when I'm doing this shit, and then this shit comes out of left field. That No Jumper live show is gonna be lit. I also got to figure out if I gotta ask some questions. Like I'm definitely not paying $200 for tickets. You know, so I got to make sure that I'm at that live show. But I think I will be. Honestly, I think there's a lot of things that are changing right now, and I just got to make my keep and just keep getting clips. I got to keep getting clips. I feel like I've gotten clips every time I've gone to No Jumper, and been on thumbnails every time. So we'll see. I'm like thinking like how much like do I want to be on that Henny tomorrow? Because I've been kind of doing slightly different things the first day for the audition, and it's like sometimes maybe I should go back to what worked the very first time. The very first time was the audition. I was only high. I just smoked a little joint before I went in, and I nailed it. And then the second day was the competition, the callback, and I was on a lot of joints or a couple of joints, and but I was off that hen a little bit, but not enough. I was holding back on the Hennessy. I was holding back. I wish I would have drank more, but as a balance. And then the second time I was on, it was 420, so we were definitely faded. And Flacco made that fucking video going, oh, people would show up to work high, and it's like it's literally 420. So eye contact sound crazy. And then yeah, I was a little more drunk. I think I finished it actually, and then super high, and yeah, I mean it's still the same. It's still the same thing. But I gotta have the shirt because last time I didn't have something on the back of my shirt, and they were like, oh, they're like sad. I gotta do that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I just gotta be myself. At the end of the day, I just gotta be myself, make jokes, be mean. Really, you just gotta be mean. I don't know. It's weird. As much as Adam's like, oh no, you know, just be mean to people. Be mean. You gotta low key be a bully over there. But so we'll see. I'd be very curious to see what's on the news. I know it's probably not gonna be Pooh because he was there today. It's probably not gonna be Ricky. It's probably not gonna be. Yeah, I'm guessing Suspect, Munchie, and then like Spody or Lush, if I had to guess. But they might throw Lush on Friday with Ralphie. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All I know is that I gotta. And you know what's crazy? I'm like, I gotta look up these topics. I don't even know the topic. They don't give you the topics until like, they don't even give you the topics. You just gotta look on Instagram and see if No Jumper or Adam posted the flyer and be like, oh, we're talking about this person, cool. And then they have the 3 main topics, and then they have like a whole list of like 12 other topics to talk about. If it's the same system. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. That's my biggest hurdle. I feel like is just being well versed on the topics. You know what I mean? If you own a company and want to go watch UFC fight, if you own a company and want to go watch the UFC fight at White House, it's 1.5 million. What if I don't own a company? How much is it to go watch the fight? What is it? What do you mean by own a company? Like have like a? What do you mean by that? Doughboy and Munchie, they have a good podcast. I'm not gonna lie. Doughboy and Munchie is good. And I think Doughboy works really, really good where it's just 2 people. Because I've seen him on Gangland Neem. He had a good interview. With Munchie, he was good. There's something about that group setting where I think it gets. I don't know how to explain it. You know what I was thinking about with Doughboy? I feel like Doughboy is from like Wild 'N Out, so it's like you have to win the crowd over, so it's in real time. But he's like, nah, it's like you don't have to worry about. You do have to win the chat over, but it's not so immediate. You could be like, fuck the chat. You know what I mean? If you're on stage, it's not gonna work because you're gonna hear it, and then when it's on, it's fuck, then it's free to go basically. I don't get why it would cost you 1.5 million if you own a company. What if you just lie and say you don't own a company? I don't get it. I'm not sure what they mean by that. Any company, like I could have a shoe shine business and they're gonna charge me 1.5 million. I'm not picking up the logic. I think I'm missing some parts. I wanted to Google how to talk about how to survive conversations when you don't know what the group is talking about. Yeah, I don't get the. What if you just lie? Survive conversations you don't understand by becoming an active listener. Ask open-ended follow-up questions. Use encouraging body language. That's not gonna work. And ask for context when lost. Okay, yeah. So I like the idea of open-ended follow-up questions. Who, what, where, or how to keep others at talking. How'd you get into that? What's the best part of that, right? So, but I don't get it. But what if you're just like you own the company and you just show up low key? I don't get the. I don't get the thing. I feel like we're missing some context with that, Glacial. The fuck? I don't know what's going on with that. Whatever. We'll just chill. But I appreciate you, 448 yo, 448 yo. Appreciate you, my guy. That means a lot. It means a lot to that people are tapping in and engaged, and it's wild. Cause when you think about it, I've only been on there 3 times, but the fact that people are rooting for me and it's like, wow, okay, that makes me believe. I still always believe, but it's like that gives me like a little extra, like, okay, cool, like we got this, like just gotta keep going. You gotta fight. You really gotta fight. It's like little mini gladiator school over there. It's like they say WWE, yeah, whatever is the thing where you gotta like take people's heads off. That's essentially what this shit is. Yeah, I'm not getting the logic, Glacial. Do you know what topic they're gonna discuss? I don't know yet. I don't know until 9 a.m. when they posted on the Instagram. I have no idea. Like, I figured like I could probably figure it out a little bit. Maybe if I look at like Remo's post like from the night before, it's probably gonna have some overlap. So I probably study Remo's page since he's making the topics. Just like how when Flacco was doing it, I should have probably been watching Flacco videos to see what his most recent stuff was. Let me see if I could guess by looking at like X. They're probably gonna talk about. Although I feel like I did this last time, and we didn't talk about any of that shit. Let's see. Maybe some shit with 6ix9ine, President Trump, UFC stage. But Chud the Builder, maybe. They talked about Adrian Broner today. You said, keep going, my nigga. I'm always in the back. I appreciate you, bro. Tune in tomorrow if you can. Uh, W. My boy from Denver is fighting UFC. Let's go, bro. Oh, yeah? This is your boy? This is your boy? Would he say the same about you? Maybe, actually. I just saw this. It's literally just popped up on my fucking feed. That's weird. Who is that? Which one? Justin or... I can't read these names. Oh, Justin. Oh, yeah? Justin Gaethje? I think I've seen this dude before. Nice. Yeah, that, I mean, hey, it's going to be a big sporting event for sure. Yeah, no, this stream is going to be not the longest stream at all. That I know, cuz I got to get some good rest. I get up early, but cuz I haven't even made my shirt yet, bro. I still got to buy a fucking fitted tomorrow, and I got to get a shirt made. And I have to be at No Jumper by 11:45, and the fucking mall doesn't open until like 10:30. I fucked up, so I gotta figure it out. I only live like 20, 15, 20 minutes from No Jumper, luckily, but yeah, time is time. Sucks. Really, really sucks. That fight card is trash. I would never pay to see that. Wait, is it what network is it gonna be on though? Because he's saying it's basically free if you are in person, if you're a regular person. Let's see. Blueface revealed that LA-based seafood restaurant that is restaurant made 4,200 in one day, and on average makes over 100K a month, calling it his best investment. That kept him on his feet after prison. Is 4 grand a lot? I feel like 4 grand isn't. It sounds cool, but it doesn't sound that great. I feel like a bar makes that in like a night, like just the night part, easily. 4 grand a day. That doesn't seem like that much. Fully suspected killer. We'll probably talk about this. Although I feel like they talked about this. Sean Gathright tried to escape the interrogation room through a ceiling vent after his arrest. No, this is actually crazy.
Let me out, bro. Let me out!
Yo, let me out is crazy. Like they're gonna be like, oh yeah, you know what? Let's just let this nigga out. He got that shit on though. Yo, this generation is cooked. He has a Tommy Hilfiger shirt on. That's kind of crazy. But where's the part about him trying to? Wait, where's the part about him trying to escape? Why don't they even show it? Is that AI? I don't know. 4 grand a day times 30 is. Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad money. I'm just saying for like a restaurant, like where you have to pay, like, just say there's 6 people that work there and they're all getting 100 a day. No, they're all getting like 200 a day. It's like 1,200. It's like half a year. I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, shit. I know what you mean, though. And they're probably not getting 200 a day. They're probably getting more like 150. What's 150 times? Let's see what else people would probably talk about. Really just gotta check the No Jumper Instagram and all that shit too, which I will do tomorrow. Yeah, this is probably gonna be like a good 2 hour stream, like a good like hard out at 2 hours, so I can like I got so much shit to do, bro. I gotta shave. I gotta do a lot of shit. So much, too much. Never can say goodbye. Yeah, I mean that's good for like personal, but when a restaurant, I'm just thinking like a bar makes a lot, bro. No, that's cool though. I mean, I get it. I get it. It's definitely good money. Like I'm not even hating like that. I'm just surprised because I feel like if he was to do a show, he could make like, well, I don't know how many would you make, but I feel like he could make over 10,000 just to do a show. Obviously, that's not gonna be every day, but yeah. I mean, I guess it's different too, where it's just like passive for him. He doesn't really have to. He's not really hands on with the restaurant, so I guess it's probably different too. Uh, Full violence. Can I show full violence on? I still haven't seen the Michael Jackson movie. What the fuck? Tell me why. The Secret Service can take the day off. Why is that? They're not gonna do shit. What the fuck are these niggas gonna do? These are UFC fighters. What the fuck are they gonna do? The fuck? Sounds good. When's the last time Secret Service? I don't get it. Then explain it. Why would you say I don't get it? What did I not just say that? What are fucking UFC fighters gonna do compared to a Secret Service that are like trained like killers with guns and weapons and security and shit? That makes no sense. When's the last time you ever saw a Secret Service punching or kicking somebody or choking somebody out? Never. I don't think you get it. It's like it's supposed to be some like sarcastic like humor, but it's also dumb as shit. What do you think Conor McGregor can like defend the president? Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck out of here. They're gonna fucking run. A gun comes out. What is a, you know what I mean? Like these niggas are trained like different type of person. They're like, and they're also outside of like being like cold killers. They're also highly intelligent fucking individuals. You know what I mean? It's not just, you know, you just can't be Secret Service. You have to be like a fucking like you have to be like a military grade, like fucking, nah, bro. Nah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Now, could there be some people in the UFC that are capable? Yes. Most of them, no. Absolutely not. No. No. Two different things. Have you seen the new virus? Oh, see, why did you, see, now you just change the subject. When it doesn't go in your favor, you just switch to something else. No, I haven't. The fight card lacks star power. No Connor, no Bones Jones, no Stylebender. Hey, maybe some new stars will be born. Maybe some new stars will be born. There's always, you know, Conor McGregor was a nobody at some point. What's the new virus called? But this is good. I like, this is good prep, Glacial. This is good prep for tomorrow. Good debate. I just happen to like, that's just like a crazy opinion. That's like, you're taking somebody's joke and running with it. Tell me why is it so? Hey, never gonna say goodbye. No. Hantavirus. I feel like I did hear about that. Is it bad? Is it lethal? Hantavirus. Is there something to worry about? Hantavirus. Orthohantavirus is a genus of viruses that includes all hantaviruses that cause diseases in humans. It's primarily found in rodents. Damn. Hantavirus on cruise ship confirmed as rare type that can spread human to human. It appears hantavirus, which is typically spread by exposure to rodent urine. See, these niggas gotta stop playing with these fucking wildlife in their house. Feces or saliva, it can be deadly. Wow. So can like a lot of things, but yeah, I feel you. Many have spread between passengers on a cruise ship that's anchored off the coast of Cape Verde. Yeah, see, these niggas are fucking rodents. These niggas are fucking mice. It's weird. 0.1% chance of survival if you get it. Wow. It's probably like a 0.1 chance of also getting it too. That's probably the funny thing about it. It's like, as long as you don't fucking lick rat piss, you're probably okay. No, that's actually really crazy. Especially if there's like an infestation somewhere and you don't realize it. That's actually really disgusting. Well, I pray that hantavirus doesn't become a epidemic. And if it already is, then yeah, I guess we're fucked. You think we could go through another pandemic or epidemic? I feel like if we did, people would just not take it serious this time. Because it's easy to like look at what happened and be like, that was some bullshit. You know what I mean? Even though it was something real, but also there were some elements of bullshit as well. You know what I mean? The whole vaccine thing was tricky. That was controversial for sure. That was a mixed bag of opinions. It's supposed to be worse than COVID-19. Damn. No, not again, bro. So is it worse? And I can understand how it could be worse. I mean, shit, like, isn't like, there's a lot of things that are worse than COVID-19, right? But like, is it going to be like worse as far as it like spreading? Because I think that was the worst part about COVID is how fucking fast it was spreading. It still doesn't make sense. But, because that was a scary part. You know what I mean? Yeah, there were a lot of deaths though, I'm not gonna lie. That was fucked up. That was a really fucked up time. That was a really fucked up time in life. Damn, Fred the Godson died of COVID. It's crazy. And I think I want to say K Slay, right? Oh, crazy. COVID's crazy. That was a crazy time. That has to be like the crazy. I mean, I'm just saying that's up there. And that COVID, I remember like at one point kind of like breaking down low key over COVID, like what the fuck is this shit? Like, you know, like never thinking it was gonna end, you know? And all of a sudden it just ended. And I went a long time without getting it, and then all of a sudden I got it. Never can say goodbye. They say turn around, you fool. Tell me why. I thought I had it in 2020. You never got it? Yeah, I swear I caught it in 2019, like before we knew about it, because I remember it dropping in the Simpsons. Like, damn, I swear I had that shit. So I might have had it earlier or not. I'm not sure. How did you? So you didn't actually have it. You just thought you had it. What made you think you had it when you didn't have it? Yeah, I got COVID like at the very end. Like it was like a couple months before they were like, everything had already opened back up again, and I got it like right when shit opened back up. Sucked. Right when Omicron came out. It was like a little bit after Omicron was announced, and I got that shit. It wasn't that bad though. I had it and loved it low key. What the fuck are you talking about? What is there to love? You probably just didn't have to go to school or some shit. Although you probably wasn't even was school back when you got it, or was school out when you got it? I've never heard anybody say they loved getting COVID. You have to be the first person to say that. I mean, it probably was great being a young person. It's like, yeah, whatever. COVID, school was in person. So what was it? Why did you like getting it? So we probably got it around the same time, like 2022 type shit. The symptoms match everything I was having type shit. You know what's crazy about low key? It was chill for other reasons too. Well, name the reasons. You bring it up and you're so vague. Nah, you know the crazy thing about the symptoms of COVID? It's like, I remember they were like, at one point, there was like the notion that like, they were just putting all the deaths that people were going to for COVID. So it was almost like they were like inflating it. But like, the symptoms of COVID, like of dying from COVID, are like literally like the same symptoms of dying of like anything. You know what I'm saying? You know, dehydration, weakness, shortness of breath. It's like very just general, vague symptoms. COVID was crazy though. And I feel like my COVID was different. Like my COVID was, it started off with a persistent cough. That's what I noticed. And I was like, that's what made me get the test. And I'm like, this is not normal. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm still coughing for no reason, like all day. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is weird. But it was fine that day. And then I think I got drunk the night before I was diagnosed with COVID. And so I woke up and I just thought I had a bad hangover. And yeah, I couldn't even walk that day. I couldn't walk. My legs, or I couldn't walk. I literally couldn't walk. I had to lay in bed for like the first whole half of the day. And then eventually I was able to like get myself out of bed, go, I think I went and like got some like Gatorade, and I'm still thinking that I'm like just hungover. And I think it wasn't until like maybe the next day or later that night, I went and took like a COVID test, and I was like, what? I just took it sarcastically, like, oh yeah, this shit's not about to be COVID. And I fucking had COVID. I was like, what the fuck? But it was just like weakness. I just felt like weak in my like limbs, like sore limbs, and just like super low energy. Like I just want to sleep all day. It was chill. I mean, in a way, it was chill, but it was kind of stupid at the same time. And I lost mad weight too during COVID. My whole house had it, says Glacial, and so I'm assuming my dad and my mom were here, and my neighbors brought food every day, and they like got us Texas Roadhouse, and then low key it was chill. You type exactly how you speak, and now I can say I had COVID. It was an achievement in life. Yo, you're wild, and you're out of pocket for that.
It's not okay.
That is not a flex to say you got COVID, bro. Literally, like 99% of people got it. Like, it's more of a flex to say you didn't get it. You're funny as fuck, though. The fact that like you're saying because you got Texas Roadhouse, the only thing you said was it's all about food for you. You're funny as fuck. No, it was chill. I'm not gonna lie, it's chill. It was chill in the sense that like you don't have to do shit. Like except for I probably watched a lot of No Jumper during that time. That's crazy. Nah, it was chill. It was chill. It was chill. It was chill in a sense where you didn't have to do anything, but like I don't know, that's like a lot of my days anyway. But nah, that shit sucked, bro. The worst part is just like you have to like not. I don't know. I hate it having COVID because it's like you gotta like not be around people and it's hard to like get food. I had to like knowingly have COVID, mask up and like go to the store and just get supplies like crazy. That was the crazy part. But people avoid me at all costs. So Derek, you got it when COVID was announced. You knew what COVID was when you got it. And you took a test and you didn't have it. That was a thing though too. Where people would think they have it and it's just some other shit. The fact that like they were able to make these like COVID tests so fast. Remember that whole shit, like the COVID test, and they made this shit so fast, and the vaccines they made it in no time. It was definitely crazy to be in LA during COVID because COVID was hitting at the same exact time as the I want to say it was at the same time as like the BLM rallies, but that can't be. I think there was some overlap. But I remember there was a curfew, a COVID curfew, which was crazy. And that shit, man, like like how everything was like shut down for that time. Like I don't even, it's such like a blur. Like I can't even conceptualize how long that period of time was, but it felt like it was forever. You know, essential jobs, essential businesses, but somehow like dispensaries were able to be open. Like I remember tattoo shops were shut down. It was a crazy time, bro. I did honestly, I did get some good. I got some bread though. I'm not gonna lie. That was the most money I ever made was during COVID. I'm not gonna cap. Yeah, it was during the summertime. It was hell, bro. So summer of 2020, and we got the news of COVID like January 2020, like right after. It was like Kobe died and COVID was announced like the same couple days within the same couple days. Did you wear a mask everywhere? Okay. This is how my COVID thing was. When COVID first came out, everyone was suggesting to wear a mask. And I'm like, I'm not doing that dumbass shit. Fuck COVID. Then something happened. I forgot what celebrity was like, nah, this shit's real. And I was like, I got shook. Then I became like, I'm wearing my mask every second of the time. I am finding hand sanitizer. Because there was a time where you couldn't find hand sanitizer. So that was a crazy thing. It was like a come up to like find some hand sanitizer. And I was definitely the guy that like if people were within like in my 6 foot social distancing bubble, I'm crashing out on you. Get the fuck away from me. Even still, I still feel that way. Like get the fuck away from me. So yeah, I became like I was like super against it, and then I was like super like paranoid. I was like, I don't want to get this shit. And then they got like loose again, and then I kind of stopped giving a fuck. It was like one of those points where they were like, COVID's over, and then people were still wearing the mask. I was like the people that was like making fun of the people that were still wearing a mask. So I was a little fickle with my COVID shit, but it is what it is. What about you? Were you a masker? Were you an anti-vaxxer? I was like, I'm not gonna say I was an anti-vaxxer, but I definitely the only reason, I was not really trying to get the vax if I didn't need to because I was dead ass just like not being around people anyways during that time. So I was like, I'm not gonna put this shit into my body if I'm not even gonna catch COVID. And then Yeah, and I avoided it for a long time, like dead ass. Like I avoided COVID for 2 years, and at the very end, I got it. Yeah, I'm. That's crazy to think that like bars were shut down, and they added all these like outdoor seating in LA, so you could like still go to places, but it was weird. But there was a time where everything was shut down. That's actually insane. That's actually really insane. Like how quickly we forgot that that was a thing. I remember like going into places and being like, I could feel the COVID in here. You know what I mean? It's like, my throat is a little itchy after I'm in this place for 5 minutes. Remember, it was like you can't even be around somebody for more than 15 minutes or else they could contract COVID. Like we were water droplets, like crazy shit, bro. Like I remember being on a plane during some COVID-y time. I'm like wearing a mask on a plane for 6 hours was insane. And everybody's coughing, and it's like in the normal world it doesn't matter, but you know. Oh, 2020 they shut down everything down on March 15th when Utah played OKC, and the NBA canceled the game because Rudy had it for the Utah. I do remember that shit. Remember the the NBA games that were like socially distanced, but they just had like the big screens and people could like be on in the audience but from home. Remember that shit? That whole wave of that. And like the NBA players were like complaining it's like not the same because it's like there's no energy in the crowd like the same way. They're just playing for fucking Zoom basically. That was a crazy time, bro. Like you had to get all everyone had to get all like tested and shit before they. That was a huge thing. That's something that was a lost art that we don't have to deal with anymore. Like there was still a lot of productions and shit going on, but everyone had to be tested like day of to be able to like interact with other people. That was a crazy time. That was a really crazy time. I was supposed to go to Korea during that time. Like it was right when COVID was coming up, but it was like people could kind of like, yeah, right. And then it like hit, and my whole Korea trip got canceled because of that. Got my passport and everything. Glacier said I got my first vax, but then I got kind of sick, so I was like, nah. Then a couple of days later, I got COVID. Type shit, right? Isn't that weird? Exactly. I remember my boy was like, "Yo, get the vax, get the vax, get the vax." And me and my friend were like, "Nah." And I remember like him getting COVID, and we are like, "The fuck?" But obviously, like you can still get it, but it just like worsens the effects. But yeah, I remember when I got the vax, it definitely gave me like COVID like symptoms for like a day. The NBA bubble was the greatest games ever. Yeah, the bubble, that's what it was called, the bubble. And you saying that was the greatest games ever? Shit. By what metric? Why do you think it was the greatest games ever? Because yeah, the bubble. That's crazy. Do you remember the different colored cards the airlines gave you if you broke the rules of COVID? No, I don't. I don't remember that. What is it? Soccer? I don't remember that. What is breaking the rules? Like take your mask off or something? I remember like people wearing their mask like under their chin, like when people like COVID fatigue were like, bro, like this is too much, bro. Remember like going into a store and people were like you like getting mad that you didn't have a mask on. Now try to wear a mask in a store, see what happens. You know what's crazy? I would see like certain like Asian people wearing masks in the store a year or two before COVID. Like, and it was just always like, what the fuck are they doing, bro? Like, what the fuck is that? And then that COVID hit, and everybody's wearing that mask. Remember all the different masks, like the N95s, the little basic ones, the cloth ones, the so many masks. It was a crazy time, bro. That was a weird time, bro. I thought that I thought I was so fucked up by this whole shit that I was like, hey, we're gonna have these masks forever. Our life has changed forever. And obviously, you know, that didn't last that long. It's definitely gonna be a blip in history, but a recognizable blip. I remember like you would see like it'd be shows like TV shows and the characters are wearing masks and shit, and it's like what the fuck. Or they wouldn't be wearing masks sometimes, and it would also be like what the fuck. I don't remember the colored cards though airlines gave you for the rules of COVID. I think I only flew like one time during COVID. I can't remember the context, but I was pretty upset that I had to fly. I was like, yeah, this is some bullshit. Back when I cared. You remember people trying to like get fake vaccination cards? That was diabolical. NBA bubble. Was there a championship during the bubble? It had to be, right? If COVID went for 2 years. Who won NBA bubble championship? Lakers, right? Yeah, Lakers. Yeah. Yeah, those bubble games. Yo, this shit was crazy looking. Just the fake virtual fans, and that's crazy. The fact that they like did it, we're like, yo, we still gotta like do this shit, and they were able to figure that shit out. And more people just doing crazy shit in the fucking seats, like crazy wild shit, like out of pocket shit sometimes too. It's crazy. Decory in this bitch with the spliff mode bang. What up, Decory? What's good with you, bro? Glacier said, low key, Zoom times COVID years were a joke. I'd be playing Call of Duty, Fortnite, and Rocket League with camera off, LOR sleeping. So, like, you would go to the after lunch Zoom. Huh? Yeah, I mean, didn't like streaming blow up during the COVID years? Wasn't that kind of like a thing? Like the whole streaming culture kind of like popped during that time because everybody was home. It pure basketball. It was pure basketball played. I feel you. I feel that. Big chillin', bro. What's new? Shit, man. We got No Jumper tomorrow again. I'll be on that shit tomorrow at 12. 18 years at the finest type shit. Eden, the birth of Kai, Speed. Yeah, W, let's fucking go. Yeah, man. Definitely. What I found is like you gotta, I guess they don't just call you, you gotta ask them to be on there, which is kind of a good life hack. But there's like everything about No Jumper is just so backwards. Anything that you've learned in life, don't apply that to anything at No Jumper. You know, it's like, don't fight with your coworkers. You know what I mean? No, at No Jumper do that. You know what I mean? Like, don't drink and smoke weed at your job. At No Jumper, hey, you might want to. Kevin Samuels blew up during the COVID-19. So is that's like the red pill community, right? So the red pill popped during COVID. A lot of content. A lot of people's content. Wait, should I check it on Kick or should I check it on Discord, Glacial? Wait. Oh, no, wait, what the fuck? Yo, the fact that Kevin Samuels is dead is crazy. He is not supposed to be dead right now. He's supposed to live 30, 40 more years. I thought you sent something on. They say turn around, you fool. Yeah, a lot of shit blew up during that time. I'm trying to think of it. I was definitely watching a lot of No Jumper though. Even I was even fucking with No Jumper, like Big Ski. Like I think I met him in like 2020. Fucking, there was definitely COVID at the same time as Big Ski. I remember we like went somewhere and it was like, oh, you can't come in without a mask. But there was also a lot of like not. I think I was pretty heavy in my mask game when I met Big Ski, but I kind of dropped my mask because it was just like, yo, fuck that shit. It was kind of that weird world where people were like, fuck that still. It was a weird, freaky world where people were the anti-maskers. That was a crazy time. I sent on Discord, look, yeah, hold on. I was trying to update or some shit. You sent it in general. Okay. So this is the old setup under the bunk bed. Okay. What do we got here? Same shit. New keyboard. I see the mixer, the soundboard. Yo, what's up with that soundboard, bro? You need to come up off that soundboard, bro. Might as well donate that shit. We should trade. You don't need all this shit. I see the Xbox controller. I see the mouse pad. The wallet. Okay, the wallet. How much money's in this wallet, bro? Shit. The PC. The P sizzle. I see that. W lighting. L bunk bed. But I see the vision. This is like college style bed. I had a bed like this, a lofted bed in college, and I had my setup underneath. Just like that, actually. I wonder if I can find that photo. Is that a bunk bed? Them gas station pills got him. Man, that was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. I don't know what happened to Kevin Samuels, but I do not believe that he just randomly died after being, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to even imagine like that certain pills were what taking, it doesn't even seem, I mean, you never know though. You'd be surprised. I didn't think that Doughboy was doing cocaine, so shit. Man, he said that was his chest up. Oh. I was like, well, damn. You don't have to do all that. This nigga was doing cocaine. The bar is small as fuck. Couldn't hold it more than 145 pounds. Sometimes when it's the vertical, it's like a nice dent so it doesn't bend, but I know what you mean though. That's funny. Definitely bunk bed status. The fact AD never caught COVID-19 is a real... Man. I mean, yeah, some people just dodge that bullet. I was one of those people until the very end. I'd let my guard down completely and I caught that shit. Like, quickly. Quickly. Wait, dough on coke? See, this is why I gotta be careful about spreading narratives. Yeah, there was a thing. There was a I don't think he's on coke. I think he just did some coke one night. But basically, they were doing the pool party stream, and you know, Spody Face and Doughboy are going back and forth, and Spody was like, "Yo, why do I see a white powdery substance?" Oh, this is Glacial's new setup, by the way. Why do I see a white powdery substance on your nostril? And yeah, I mean, he called him out on the spot to the point where, yeah. And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna take this narrative and run with this. This is amazing. They're saying that Tam looks like loose cannon. I mean, it's just the nose. Some people have a similar nose shape and complexion. That's all it is. That's actually, they say she looks like a Shiggy. But yeah, no. So I made this shit, Coke Boy, and then someone like ended up animated. We Starving ended up animating it. But yeah, it was like a clip with Spody Face. I don't even know if I can find the clip, but I do that shit sometimes. What, Coke? Blow? What are you talking about? Yo, Deckery's been gone for a bit. Yo, did you watch Toke's birthday stream, Deckery? The Vegas shit? I missed a lot of that. I know I seen you in some of the chats. Oh, fucking Deckery. Tell me why is it so? W Glacial setup though. Yeah, but basically, I think Doughboy was on a little bit of that powder, that Hollywood snow, at that thing, and the funny thing about it is like he probably was, but he probably wasn't the only one, and it probably wasn't even his. He probably did like one little tiny bump, but like whoever else was probably like going crazy off that shit. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I caught some of it, but they didn't really go live much. Yeah, seems like it got a little bleary. And then they had his actual birthday at his house. I probably could have pulled up for that, but I was like, I don't know. I just gifted a sub, and I was like, it's cool. I'll catch up with Toke soon, though. We gotta run that one back. We gotta run that run back. I got no jumper brain though. I've been off the streaming shit. Honestly, I haven't been taking it serious at all. I've been off that. Don't speak. I know what you're saying. No reason. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. Don't speak. I don't need no reasons. I'm good. I don't know why I'm singing off this wine, but I just am what I am. Yeah, so tomorrow should be good. I got a lot of work to do tomorrow. I'm only doing a 2-hour stream. This is a hard out. In 39 minutes is a hard out.
Trap go wild when I log online. Kyle Young pop up, yeah. We right on time. One more game, then I hit that stack. Hold up. I'ma be right back. BFB, don't leave, I'm coming right back. I'ma run to the back, then we back on track. Keep the C11, keep the chat like that. Don't dip, don't flip, I'ma be right back. BFB, don't leave, I'm coming right back. Got a quick little break, then we back on the track. Hold my spot, keep the hype intact. Don't dip, don't flip, I'ma be right back. Right back. Cam light hitting on my face, I'm locked. KD crazy, other highlights chop. Energy up, but the water hit fast. Now the whole damn lobby gotta wait, my bad. Yo, Kyle, where you going in the spam like rain? Couple mods in the cut, this sustain my name. Yo, chat, 2 minutes, don't fall, stay stacked, you blink.
Right back. Yo, Decker, what you been up to? When's your fight coming up? I feel like you haven't been here. I mean, you've been here, but you know what I mean? Like, you've been popping in. What have you been up to, and when's your next fight? Because I feel like you set a date, but I feel like time has passed where we're a lot closer to the next date. What has Deckery been up to? Yeah, shout out Kevin Samuels though. That was crazy. I still don't nah, bruh. How many people do you know that have died off of some gas station pills, Derek? Because it's a little fishy. It doesn't make sense. They were saying it's like Red Bull and like, I don't know. I guess you could have a heart attack, I guess, but that sucks. That kind of reminds me of like Juice WRLD dying. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I hate unnecessary deaths that just are like over some stupid shit. Like, what the fuck? It's not cool. What was the point? Yeah, I gotta figure out my fit for tomorrow. I know what pants I'm gonna wear, but I don't know what kicks I'm gonna wear. I gotta decide. I really gotta decide. I have some ideas, but I want to do a segment with Doughboy where I tell him like how to like get fly a little bit. I feel like he has some instincts with it, but he's just a little lost. But I feel like I would be good potting with Doughboy. I could be like the mean friend, like the nice bully. Yeah, they're coming for Clank. It's crazy. I like Clank. I personally like Clank. I think he's hilarious. He's a good person. He's a good, positive person too. He has good energy. He's positive as fuck. Like, he's actually good. He's cool as fuck. Very cool. I saw a crazy clip with him like on his Instagram at his live show. I was supposed to be at that live show too, and then I be forgetting sometimes. If I don't put your shit on my calendar, sheesh, you better be like, nah, I'll forget anything. I'll forget anything. It's not even like that. I don't know. Clank, clank. Yo, we gotta play. Hold up, before we do this, we gotta play Clank's intro today on No Jumper News, because this was the most drawn out shit I've ever seen in my life, but it was hilarious. This is what he said today on the news. And peep the shoes. He's got the Miamis on with the white laces though, which is that's tech right there.
Going live in 3, 2. Says DeMaio. Sick.
Deal. Tell me how you feel. No Jumper fan feels, aka. All right, I got already. I can't escape it.
Look at Moose Man in the fucking pink ass piece of shirt. They were grilling him on Reddit too, calling him Majin Buu and Kirby. Crazy. The pink ass piece of shirt is diabolical.
And to his right, we got Clankster in the
Look at that shit.
Clank, clank. Hey, you know.
Yeah. Look at yeah. I was dying. That's like if you spell clank, that'd be like 13 A's in the name Clank.
Clank, clank. Hey, you know what we on today?
Yeah. I was dying. You know, it was crazy. It was crazy. I think the No Jumper fans are used to it. Yeah. Derek. Yo, shout out Clank though. You know, Clank is the first person I met at as a Hope competition. He was the last in line, and that's the craziest thing about it. And he stayed in line that whole time for hours and hours, and still got on. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's how you know. Energy's energy. Yeah, shout out Clank. Mr. Clank Clank, aka from Wildin' Out. Also Doughboys from Wildin' Out. Clank, clank. I was thinking about like recreating that tomorrow. I have so many ideas I want to play with, but when you're in the moment, it just all goes out the window. But yeah. If I was like, Kyle, yo! You know? I just laugh at this shit because I love when people disrupt like the normal shit. I think I just have streamer brain where I just like any clip farming is so funny to me because it's such a choice. You're like, you know what I mean? And it's funny to see how people react to it because most people aren't expecting that type of shit. I was trying to find my old setup. I think I showed it before, but let me see if I can find my old setup. This is a semi-old setup. I think I showed this before. This is the original. We did something with this before. I forgot where that artwork is. Where I made it like look like it was modern with like 2 screens like I was streaming. Look at the printer. Oh my God, I remember this printer. Wow. Back when computers were white. I don't think they make white computers anymore. Clank, clank. This isn't the setup I was talking about. I think I have one more on here. Shout out Facebook for holding a nigga down. You could find me outside with you could find me outside with my clank, clank. Oh yeah, look. This is my glacial setup. See, I have the lofted bed. This is in a dorm room in college. Not a bunk bed, it's lofted, so the bed is just high. That's what I'm guessing Glacial's doing. He has a desk underneath. This is how far I go back. This type of computer. Damn, what is that on my screen? Wow, I wonder what that even is. That's crazy. And look at this. This is a Windows computer, but you can barely see, but like I made it so that my windows look like a Mac. So there's like a dock at the bottom. Like if you see this, it's like that, but there. But it was like a fake Mac. Cause I didn't even know what a Mac was when I was doing this shit. Look at the little rhyme book right here. Definitely for some like lyrics. Wow, the Gillette deodorant is crazy. Wow. Hey, shout out Gillette deodorant. That little gel shit works well. Yeah, look at me. I was a young man, a young strapping man. Young. Look at a CD. There's a CD. That's how old this picture is. There's a fucking CD on the top of the thing. It's crazy. Crazy times. Crazy times back in the early 2000s. Back in the day. Derek, you gotta relax, bro. You said, what the hell, what brand of computer is that? Was it in black and white, bruh? Bruh. See? These niggas be playing with me. Nigga, why is the computer gonna be in black and white but the photos in color? Come on. You can clearly see colors in this computer screen. I see yellow, I see blues. Nah, this is like it's like a I don't know, what computer? A Compaq or something? HP? I don't know. It might have been some like custom shit. This monitor is probably like a Compaq monitor. Look at this. I can't even, like, this is my keyboard. That's crazy. Like, what the fuck was I doing on that? But I was making a lot of music and doing a lot of Photoshop on this computer, I'm not gonna lie. It was a good computer at the time, I'm not gonna lie. You look like the hackers from Spy Kids 3D in that one. Yo, you niggas that's how I know you niggas are young. But the only thing with Derek has no excuse. Derek is older than me, and he's trying to say some old shit to me, bro. Nigga, was it black and white when you were born? Like, come on, bro. Like, that was like the thing. Like, people would like ask their parents, like, was the world in color or black and white when you were a kid? You know what I mean? It looks black and white to me. Nah, it's just, bruh. This is 2004. What kind of black and white computer monitor did they have in 2004? That's not even a thing. Oh my God. Like, I just had a fucking black and white monitor. What the fuck? You act like you can't remember this time, bro. You were there. You were there. You were a grown-ass man during this time. I can understand Deckery might be in like, yeah, I was like 8. But you were well into your adulthood. You know exactly what the fuck was happening. There was a CD! That's crazy. This keyboard, I can't get over this keyboard. This keyboard is ass. In 2004, I was 4. Exactly. Oh, this is the keyboard. I was just showing it. Exactly. I would expect that from you. Derek was fucking the same age as I was in 2004. He's the same age I am now in 2004. He's trying to say my shit was black and white. That's out of pocket. That's not okay. Yo, look at my high school picture. This is my senior photo. Nah, we gotta relax, bruh. I look way different. Did you use a floppy disk? I think we were past a floppy disk at that point. I think it was just all CDs. I think I was just trying to burn a whole bunch of CDs and hope that they don't fail so I don't have to waste a CD and burn it again. This is the first time I performed. This is at the Webster Theater in Hartford. This big ass stage. You can't even tell how big it is, but it was like the main stage of the Webster Theater in Hartford, Connecticut, with my boy Scatterbox. You dig? Yo, this coat was gas. This was a Converse coat. I wish I still had that. It was a good coat. I've been on my fashion shit. I really thought I was a joint without a chain smoke. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Did you use that AOL disk or NetZero? I never used AOL personally, but my friends did. For whatever reason, we just never did AOL at my house. But NetZero, of course. I lived on NetZero. Oh my god! And what was the rules with NetZero? Was it like I forgot what the stipulation with NetZero was. I can't remember. It was like you could only use it for so long, or because AOL is definitely a trial. I remember, right? But what was the stipulation with NetZero? Was it that it would run out after like an hour, or like I can't remember what there was definitely a limit with it, but I can't remember what it was. But we definitely lived on NetZero for like years. That was the best, honestly. Fucking dial-up internet, and it was crazy because it's like, yeah, even there was limits, it's like whatever, because like there was only so much internet at that time. Free 100 minutes a month. That's what it was? Okay, that's what it was. Right? We couldn't even, that would go up in one day in modern time. There's just only so much internet to internet at that time. Yeah, that was the worst times because like like obviously it was slow ass internet, but we didn't know any better. And it was like I remember like you couldn't be on your home phone at the same time as it would either disconnect if you picked the phone, or when you picked the phone, it would be like, you would just hear like internet sounds. Or maybe it would disconnect. I can't remember now. But maybe they fixed it halfway through where it would disconnect, but you just couldn't do both at the same time. So that was very annoying. Like, you had to I had to ask my parents, like, or like tell them, like, yo, I'm about to go online. Is that okay? Do you not need the phone? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy times. Now it's just not even a factor. People are just on their cell phones. Your internet is not affected by your phone line. We don't even have phone lines in our house anymore. It's crazy. Derek, do you still have a landline? Deckery, do you have a landline? Who else is still here? Glacial, do you have a landline? Glacial probably doesn't even know what a landline is. I don't know if Glacial's still here. Let me know if you're still here. Glacial, do you have a landline in your house? Deckery, Derek? Either all three of y'all? Derek does. You do, huh? Is that where you send all the bill collectors to that, right? Do you have so you have a landline, so I'm guessing you have the cordless phone. I've not touched a cordless phone in probably 15 years. Damn, landlines are crazy. How much does a landline cost a month? Like 25 bucks? Something like that? Not even. I could never see going back. Like the fact we have no landline here, like not even a thought. I don't even know if my girl like even knows what that shit is. I mean, she does, but she doesn't. You know, obviously she does, but I wonder if she knows what her like home phone number. I know my home phone number from years ago. I still know it, but I don't think we have that number anymore. I think it's gone. It might actually. I gotta ask my mom. I don't know my mom if we still have that number. Around 35 a month. What do you use it for? What is your main purpose of using it? Because I feel like you better be better off getting a fax line or something at this point. Yeah. Or does it like come with your internet, so you're like, fuck, I guess I'll just have it, or come with your like cable or something? That's crazy. Landline is wild. Yeah, like I just remember remember the time where you could like call somebody in your same area code and you didn't have to put an area code in the number? You know what I'm saying? Like that time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a very innocent time that we lived in, where a phone number was actually 7 numbers. You know what I mean? Like if you. So I have 3 phone numbers. What you be doing? You be conducting business? But you remember that time where you could just type in a 7-digit phone number and it would call somebody? I remember I know my grandfather's number, I know my aunt's number, and I know our phone number, but our house phone, I don't know what it is anymore, but if we still have it, but you could just call a 7-digit number and it would call. So because I haven't been really like local in a long time, when you get somebody's number, because I have a 413 number, whatever, I shouldn't have said that, but I live around in LA where it's all 818s and whatever. When you get somebody's phone number that lives local, do you put in the area code still, or you just put in the number? How does that work? Because I haven't done that. I haven't gotten a number that's been my same area code in years. One landline and 2 cell phones. That's what's up. Yeah, I got 2 cell phones, but I don't have a landline. So I have 2 numbers, but not. I don't even know my second number, to be honest. I have no idea. I don't even know one number in it. But I have it. My streaming phone has its own number, basically. But I had it before I was streaming. Very underutilized phone number. No one has this number. I think my mom has it, my dad, maybe my girl. That's about it. Damn, you could be saving $35 a month by getting rid of that landline. Although it's good to have a good forwarding number so they're not blowing up your fucking cell phone. Yo, I need everybody to be in the chat tomorrow on No Jumper and just spam W Kyle, even if I do an L. I'm kidding. Nah, anything, you put anything. Just, that'd be dope. Just make me look good. Although, I can't lie, Dingle Z was Glacial, but that's actually funny. So Glacial better be in that chat tomorrow. Landlines are good for hurricanes, bro. So when the cell towers go out, the landlines are still active. True. Okay. Wait, no. Wait, how does that make sense? Do cell towers go down in a hurricane? I can't think of a time. I feel like I've only lost cell reception one time in my life, and that was like a couple months ago. Here. When whatever was down. I can't remember what the fuck was down, but I remember having no cell reception and no Wi-Fi for like a half a day here, like a couple months ago. Other than that, my phone has never not worked. In all these years that I've had a phone. Never can say goodbye. We got about 15 minutes until blast off. Yeah, honestly, I got to do a hard out so I can wake up early. I mean, I'll stay on if it gets engaging, but you know what I mean? No more than 3 hours. Deadass. Cell tower will get destroyed in hurricane, bro. Okay, I didn't know. I thought they were. I don't even know how cell towers work. Okay. But what's stopping your standard telephone wires and shit from getting destroyed during a hurricane? I feel like those would be way more vulnerable. Maybe they're better built. I don't know. I'm not sure. Or like our telephone shit, is that like underground now? It's pretty crazy that there's still like how there's so many electrical poles and telephone poles and we just kind of like filter it out of our vision because we just see it everywhere. Like those big ass wooden brown telephone poles that still exist somehow that people just like post staple flyers to all the time. Like it's crazy. It's crazy that that's the thing. The landlines are underground. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, that makes sense. Well, shit. Seems like some good tech. They say turn around, you fool. Yeah, I feel like Never Could Say Goodbye is an underrated. Is that a Jackson 5 song? Or is that Michael Jackson song? Never can say goodbye. Oh, it's a Gloria Gaynor song, so it's not even a Jackson 5 song. It's originally a Gloria Gaynor song, and then Jackson 5 covered it. Or is it a... Who originally sang Never Can Say Goodbye? Jackson 5. Oh, famously covered by Gloria Gaynor. So it's a Jackson 5 song, okay. And that is a young Michael song, not a older Michael song. Oh, damn, they had those fucking hits. Shout out fucking... Who wrote that, actually? Never Can Say Goodbye, writer. Clifton Davis. Originally intended for the Supremes, but Motown decided it was better suited for Jackson 5. Wow. Wow. Michael Jackson Heartbreak Hotel was a jam. Heartbreak Hotel. Why don't I know this? Hold on. Heartbreak Hotel. Hold on. Why don't I know this song? Alright. Yeah. No, that shit's hard. Yeah, that's a good song. Yeah. Yeah, you can't fuck with Michael Jackson, bro. You can't fuck with these niggas, bro. They're nah. Shout out Jermaine Jackson too. Jermaine Jackson is really a goat in itself. I remember there's a clip of Joe Jackson saying he can't tell. He's not sure who's a better singer, Jermaine or Michael, which is crazy. Real shit. Where they come from? Don't you know now? Yeah, they got, this shit's crazy, bro. Leave me alone. Yeah, that song's crazy. That video is crazy too. That's a crazy video. That's some good social commentary. He's like the original. Michael Jackson's like the original everything. He's like the prototype for like fucking, he's like pop music god. He's like music video god. He's like dance moves god. He's like vocals god. He's like plastic surgery god. He's like fashion god. Like, it's just so early. It seems weird because it's, I bet, you know what's crazy is like, it's easy for you to think like, okay, what he's doing, everybody's doing, so it's easy to be like, that's normal. But like, there's a reason why he still resonates with kids. Like, I'm seeing people get excited about Michael Jackson again. One, like he's still alive, and two, like it's the fucking like, I don't even want to say like 80s, 90s because he was already huge Michael Jackson mania since the, what, 70s? Maybe late 60s, realistically. Like, it's crazy, bro. It's insane. But Prince is the better artist. Michael Jackson was the better businessman. Ooh, that's a hot take. That's a hot take. I know what you mean when you say that, though. I know what you mean when you say that. But you're really gonna say Prince is? I know what you mean. You're saying because Prince, he's playing instruments. So you put Prince's instruments over Michael's dance moves? You put Prince's instruments over Michael's vocals? I don't know, bro. I say overall artist. Obviously, there's a reason they're compared. But I think Michael Jackson is washing Prince every time. I don't think Prince has one song that's fucking with any Michael Jackson song. And Prince is cool, but like, come on. I don't think Prince has one song that's fucking with 9-year-old Michael Jackson 5 songs. Prince does not have and I Want You Back. Like, I'm sorry. What's the best Prince song? What are the Prince songs? Little Red Corvette, 1999, Purple Rain. I mean, there's a lot of songs, but I never got the Prince song. Prince, you're saying Prince songwriting? We could go down that route. We can go down that route. Okay, this is the test, and this is where you might win. If you give Raspberry Beret, yeah, you're right. Yeah, but that's still not fucking with Beat It. That's still not fucking with Smooth Criminal. That's still not fucking with Thriller. That's still not fucking with Human Nature. That's still not fucking with Remember the Time. That's still not fucking with Bad. That's still not fucking with. Come on, bro. We gotta relax. I can't think of one. Prince also produced other groups. No, and I get that. I totally get that. And I think if we're gonna talk about artists, like that's a tough question because it's like artist, like I mean, you can't take away from Michael's artistry. You know what I mean? Like Michael's artistry, I can understand if like I know he gets a lot of help, but like it's still consistent. You know what I mean? Yeah, that song is cool. Let's Go Crazy. I do like that song too. I didn't realize that was a Prince song, honestly, until later. I was like, oh damn, I've heard this shit a million times. I did not realize it was a Prince song. But we're gonna say Prince has like 10 huge smash hits, and Michael Jackson has like 30 to 50. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know. It's just different. What's the worst Michael Jackson song? I don't know. I can't even think of one. What do you mean Prince Dirty Diana? Prince has a song called Dirty Diana too. They both have a dirty. I know Michael Jackson Dirty Diana. I don't know if Prince has a Dirty Diana song. Oh, you're saying Prince produced Dirty Diana? Is that what you're saying? Because I did not know that. Hold on. Nah, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Prince, Diamond, and Pearl. I'm just saying, bro. I don't know. Come on, Michael Jackson. How many Prince movies are there? How many Michael Jackson movies? I don't know, bro. Like, I get it, and especially at the time, I could see how they'd be compared. But I put that like comparing like at a certain point you could compare like J. Cole and Drake, but like Drake just, you know what I mean? Like at a certain point maybe they're comparable, but like I don't know. I don't know if this is a Biggie Tupac comparison, but again, if you put both those artists in a studio by themselves, who's making the better hit? It might be Prince because he's more self-contained. But I don't know. As like, are we talking about artists? Like, yeah, maybe he might win as far as like songwriting, I don't know, but Michael's cold though too, bro. Michael's cold too. Like Michael wrote a lot of songs, bro. Like, didn't he write like? Didn't he write Billie Jean? Is he like behind like those a lot of songs though? Like some of the big ones too. Just because he got help, he also conceptualized a lot of these songs by beatboxing, having the whole Prince, not Dirty Diana. I mean Shane O'Connor. Oh, he wrote that. He wrote that shit. I didn't know that. Sinead O'Connor. Nothing compares. Nothing compares to you. So Prince wrote that? I did not know that. Hold on. Nah. I mean, you might be cooking. I'm not gonna lie. Wow, I did not know that. Wait, he actually made a single? He actually recorded it? What the fuck? This is when music was freaky. Where you have like 10 different versions of the same song. What the fuck? I never heard that before. That's actually insane. I didn't know that. Quincy Jones helped Michael Jackson a lot. I mean, you could say that. Okay, sure. But what about after Quincy? Then what? Then what? I get it. I get it. I get what you're saying. That's like saying like Taylor Swift is better than Beyonce. And I don't know. I don't know if I could just do that. Prince produced Morris Day out in the time. And now, hey man, and this is no Prince slander. Damn, Michael Jackson as an artist, he is definitely an artist. Let's see. Biggest song Michael Jackson wrote. Billie Jean. Boom. Come on. I don't think Prince has a bigger song than Billie Jean. I don't think anybody has a bigger song than Billie Jean. Beat It. He also wrote Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Smooth Criminal, Earth Song. I mean, what are we talking about? It's like saying Drake is better than Nas. Well, he is. Drake is 10 times better than Nas. And you can come at me for that. You can rebut that. I know I'm the one talking. You got to type. I get it. Let's see the biggest song Prince wrote. I mean, these are jam. Beat It. They still play Beat It every day of the year. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough is a crazy song. Smooth Criminal is crazy. The video, all these video, I don't know. As far as artists, let's see the biggest song Prince wrote. When Doves Cry, that's a good song. Kiss is a good song. Wow, he wrote Manic Monday by the Bengals. Okay, yeah. No, Prince is different. I'm not gonna lie. Just another Manic Monday. Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy. Nothing Compares to You. These are big hits though. And all these songs that are songs that he wrote for other people, except for When Doves Cry. When Doves Cry. But When Doves Cry is not fucking with Beat It, Billie Jean. Nah. Sorry. They're not playing that shit the same way. Beat It is still like, you could play Beat It, like, and people are still gonna be like, the beat on Beat It is iconic. Like, come on, bro. The sequence where the guys tying the shit around their arms with the knives, like, come on, bro. I mean, what are we talking about, bro? Drake rap other people's lyrics. He does, but he also raps his lyrics and also writes other lyrics for people. I get what you're saying about the Drake thing, and it does add something to it. It's almost like saying like this. Put it like this. Like I said, Prince is the better artist. So you said Drake rap other people's lyrics. That's like saying just say like I invented like, I don't know. Just say like I invented like Bluetooth, right? Just say I invented that straight up from my own brain, right? And then I made a career of like taking other people's like concepts and like blowing them up. You can't take away from the fact that I invented Bluetooth. Like, just because I like use other people's ideas and make that my business doesn't mean that I'm not capable of like doing something that is incredible like Bluetooth. Like, Prince is the better artist just because I think it's impossible. I don't see how he could be the better artist if Michael Jackson's songs that he wrote himself are bigger than any Prince song that's ever existed. Beat It is literally one of the biggest songs of all time. When Doves Cry is not. It is one of the biggest songs of all time, obviously, but it's not. It doesn't have the replay value like a Beat It. Nas had his own pen, bro. I guess it's kind of like, put it like this. But just because Nas has his own pen doesn't mean that Drake doesn't. Drake is just bigger, so he had more opportunity. I get what you're saying, though. Drake definitely has a little chink in his armor because of that. But I feel like Drake already surpassed Nas by the time he started using writers like that. I won't say surpassed Nas because that's super disrespectful. That's disrespectful as fuck. But you know I'm right. It's You know what I mean? Like, nah, bro. Nas ain't fucking with Drake. I'm not gonna lie. What other group did Michael Jackson produce? I don't think that makes you an artist. That makes you a producer. I think that makes you a producer, not an artist. But I feel you though. Again, and when I say that Michael Jackson is better, we'll say Michael Jackson is a 10 and Prince is a 9.5. It's not a I'm not shitting on Prince and saying he's a 3 or something. He's up there. But I mean, come on, bro. It is what it is. Like, it is what it is. And you know, and why I would put Michael Jackson higher is because Michael Jackson has a wider range of success. So put it like this. Is Beyonce an artist to you? If Beyonce is an artist to you, then we can't really have this conversation. But if Beyonce is not an artist to you, then I gotta respect it. If she's not an artist to you, which I think she is, you know what I mean? But if she's not an artist to you, then you can have that conversation. But if she is an artist to you, what song has Beyonce ever wrote? I don't think artist and songwriter have to be one and the same, even though in my mind it is. But I think there's a certain art in being the artist as well. But I get you though. I do think there's a certain you have to, you know, it's like why my thing is just because you write the songs you make doesn't make you amazing. Look at Soulja Boy. He writes everything he does, but it doesn't mean he's better than fucking, I don't know. I'm trying to think of who doesn't necessarily write, but is great. And don't get me wrong, we're rap. I can understand if Drake didn't write. But the fact that Drake has written for other people means that you can't just be like Drake sucks because he has writers. He writes for other people. He wrote Unthinkable for Alicia Keys. That's different. Nas can't write Unthinkable. Nas has never written anything like that. The best thing that Nas has written for other people is Getting Jiggy with It by Will Smith. That's what we know about. Prince, Beyonce has big range that stretch through different genres. Wait. Yeah, and I don't think we should compare singers with rappers because it's not fair. Because being able to like sing a song is different than rapping. But is Drake a better artist than Nas? Absolutely. Absolutely. Nas can't write a hook. What are you talking about? And I love Nas. But it's not even comparable. You can't even compare it because Drake is a product of Nas. It's like not even fair to Nas to even compare them. Drake has taken everything that Nas has done and remixed it and done it better. It's just not a fair comparison. He has to be better. I'm not saying everybody that's come after Nas is better than Nas, but I think Drake is cool. Drake has multiple ghostwriters. Drake is a better pop artist. What about all Drake's early shit before he had multiple writers? You know what I'm saying? I don't think you realize how good Drake is. If you think that Nas is somehow better than him, it's ridiculous. What up, Wired Eye? Kendrick's son. Who's Kendrick? So you're saying Drake is Kendrick's son? Kendrick is good. Kendrick is great. And if you want to say people that only write their own shit, I think that's a thing. There's merit in that. But there's some people that can only write. And it doesn't mean that they're good artists. You know what I'm saying? Look at Quentin Miller. Great writer, apparently. Everybody's using it, including Meek Mill. Music never took off because there's a certain thing about the artist is your expression of it. And I don't fuck with the idea of ghostwriters. I hate ghostwriters. I hate it. But talent is talent. There are people that have ghostwriters and it's still ass. That's what I'm trying to say. I think Drake is one of the best rappers to ever rap, period. Like, you can't even You can't deny that. Like, he's actually good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he gets help with the bars because the thing why I don't believe that Drake is getting like crazy help with the bars is because he sounds the same always. You can tell. I don't know. I think he gets help with a little melody shit. Drake is definitely not Kendrick's son at all. Drake was popping before Kendrick. Drake, who's a better rapper out of Drake and Kendrick? I was thinking about this the other day. I think Kendrick is amazing. Kendrick is an amazing rapper. Where I will say that Drake, they both have edges over each other in different ways. Kendrick has the edge of writing everything. Kendrick has the edge of being about the culture. You cannot take that from him. Kendrick has certain elements of Tupac that Drake will never even remotely have. Where I think that Drake has the edge over Kendrick is so good that like some of his bars go over your head. And some people revere that as being a S-tier lyricist. What I consider being an S-tier lyricist as having dope bars, but you understand how dope they are the first time you hear it. And I've only heard so many artists be able to pull that off. And that list includes Drake, Jay-Z, Eminem. You can say whatever you want about that. But there is a certain clarity in their approach where you can hear the crazy double entendre or whatever the first time and you go, that's crazy. With Kendrick, you might have to listen 3 times and be like, yo, he said that shit. And it might be a higher level, but I think there is a skill in making it intentional and clear the first time you hear it. Sue me, you can debate me if you want. That's my stance on that. Drake helped a lot of people. I just gotta say, that's what I'm saying. You can't really get on Drake about having ghostwriters when he's a ghostwriter for other people. The only thing Michael have over Prince is that Michael never stood on stage with the word slave written on his face. Yo, what about Michael's dance moves? Prince can't dance? What the fuck are we talking about? Artist dance is art, bro. Like, Michael, see, sure. Who is a better musician? Prince, all day. 1000%, no question. Michael has better vocals. Michael has better songs. Michael has better dance routines. Michael has better videos. And that's what I think makes up the overall artist. Your presentation, your impact. Was Prince fire? Yes, at a time. The thing about Michael is Michael's career span from when he was a child in the 70s up until when he died in the 2010s. When did You Rock My World come out? That was for what, Rush Hour or something? 2001. Okay, whatever. He died 10 years later, 9 years later. Prince didn't have a nigga. Hold up. What is Prince's most current hit? Did Prince have a hit during artist formerly known as Prince era? Prince did have a song called Prince did have a song called Musicology, 2004, which is 3 years after You Rock My World. And that was a good song, I'm not gonna lie. I did like that song. But You Rock My World is a million times bigger than that song. That song played for that year. You Rock My World plays every day, still to this day, 10 times a day. So it is what it is. The only thing, Wired Eye said all this stuff around time. Q in the middle, all Drake stuff sounded like Q. 50 bands never let us start from the bottom. Wait, did Quinn Miller? He just started from the bottom too, which is when he really was touching other levels. I can't let that one get off. I see what you're saying, but what about Drake, Best I Ever Had? That is a Lil Wayne flip, I'm not gonna lie. What about everything after that? What about Scorpion album? What about, come on, bro. Like, we gotta relax. Starting from the bottom was crazy though. That was a moment. 10 bands, that's cool. The girl 6 soundtrack is unofficially a Prince album. I'm not familiar. I know, but I'm talking about hits though. Like really though, like hits like what is Prince's hits, big hits after 80s, 90s? Like what year did 1999 come out in? 1982. Hold up. Hold up. What year did Little Red Corvette come out? We gotta relax, bro. What year did Oh, 1999. Wait. No, that's the name of the album. What year did this shit come out? It's old though. What about When Doves Cry? That shit's old as fuck. Even though it's a great record. 1984. I mean, what are we talking about, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about like Black or White. Remember the Time. Like, Prince does not have a better song than Remember the Time. I'm sorry. I don't know if he did for sure, but all sounds same flow. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. No, I mean, it might have been a misstep by Drake. I'm not gonna lie, but it doesn't discount the other shit that he actually wrote for himself and others. Like, come on, it's not fair. That's like, that'd be like if Michael Jordan had his whole career and then when he went to the Wizards, he was on steroids, and people were like, "Oh, he's on steroids." It's like, no, nigga, he did the whole like he's still Michael Jordan. Like, he just did that. Like, you know what I mean? That's like, I don't know. I get that's always going to be a stain on Drake's image, though. It is. It really is. Hey, it is what it is, man. I guess. Hey, the court of hey, when it comes to fandom and shit, court of public opinion is always going to win, though. So if there's a stigma on Drake for that, it's going to stand, bro. Because then you got someone like Kendrick, who doesn't do that, but Kendrick doesn't have anywhere near the hit. So it's like it's almost like a weird comparison because it's like, okay, well, I used writers and I have 3,000 hits, and even if that was 1,000 of the 3,000 hits, you still have 2,000 hits compared to like a Kendrick that's gonna have 500 self-written. It's like it's just not a fair comparison to me. You said, I mean, Mike was performing in Thriller till he died. Same with Bob Marley. When you have hits, you don't need no more performing forever. Yeah, he wrote 30 hours for Ye. I don't know. Oh, Ye, he could never be a top lyricist after that. No. Kanye had writers early. The second song I heard from Kanye West was Jesus Walks. Maybe it was the third song, and he didn't write that shit. So Kanye has been out of the best rapper category for basically since the start of his career as a real rapper. Not Like Us is crazy, big hit. Money Trees, come on, stop playing. Yeah, okay, so we have 2 songs compared to like 2,000 Drake songs. Like, yes, Not Like Us is crazy. Does Drake have bigger songs than Not Like Us? Yes. Money Trees, yes. But, yes, they are good songs, but we gotta, I mean, come on. What are you talking about? Prince had his own festival at home. Hey man, I'm not, and this is not a Prince slander. I'm just saying Michael Jackson is objectively a much bigger artist and star than Prince. I meant Drake could never be a. Oh, I meant Drake could not be a top lyricist. I think he is. I mean, he raps better than everybody. I don't get it. He raps better than literally everybody. Kendrick is the only one that's fucking with him. Kendrick and Cole are the only people that are fucking with him. Who else is fucking with him on that type of rapping? Like nobody. I don't know, because it's still like. You could say Jadakiss, you could say Jay-Z, you could say Eminem, you could say I feel like I'm forgetting somebody very important, but for me it was always J. Cole. I always thought J. Cole was the best out of all 3 of them, to be honest. But Ye changed my life. I could never go on him too much. Yeah, no, I don't think Ye's too interested in being the best like lyricist. How is Not Like Us hitting in LA? I'm not gonna lie, that shit hit hard. I'm not gonna lie. They were. Well, the funny thing about LA radio is they'll play like a Drake song. Drake was low key like blackballed from like LA radio for like a good grip, but also you can't not play his songs. So what they would do, they'll play a song and then they'll just play like Not Like Us like right after. You'd be like, man, I remember this Drake song. This shit was hard, and they'll play Not Like Us like directly after. That was very interesting. LA is very petty and biased with their radio. I remember Kodak Black said some shit about Lauren London right after Nipsey Hussle passed away, and they completely stopped playing Kodak Black for like a year on LA radio. Just they'd play songs that he's on and just cut his verse off and shit like that. Not after the ghostwriting, but yes, he can rap. Yes. I mean, is it confirmed that like I don't know. It's hard to say. It's like if you can do something better than everybody and then you get help with something later down the road, that doesn't invalidate the fact that you still did that shit by yourself. You're just choosing not to. I don't think that takes away. It does, but it doesn't. Like if Drake only had like 10 hits and Kendrick had like 8 and Kendrick wrote all of them and Drake had help with like 3, I'd be like, okay, I get it. But Drake has millions of hits that he wrote by himself. That's what I'm like, how is that a thing? Here a good question with Tupac album. Which Tupac album was better, Against the World or All Eyes on Me? I feel like I did this before. Hold on. Let me pull up the track list. Oh, shit. All right. I feel like I did this another time. Okay. So on Against the World, we have So Many Tears, How Many Gave Me An Easy, Fuck the World, If I Die Tonight, Temptations, Lord Knows, Can You Go Death Round, Corner Me, Against the World, Young News, Dear Mama, Old School Outlaw, All Eyes on Me, Ambitions of Ride, I Got My Right, Never No More Pain, Only Got It, I'm Mad at You, Sure You Want to Be a Thug, When We Ride, Try to Time on the Streets, Can't Hard to Find, Rather Be a Nigga, Thug Passion, About Me, Which How Do You Want It, All About You, Scandalous, All About You. Scandalous, Two Americans, Most Wanted, Life Goes On, California Love, Can't See Me, Wonder What I Call You, Bitch, Picture Me, All Eyes on Me. I would assume that like All Eyes on Me has more hits. But I guess it depends on what you like Tupac for. Maybe this is more commercial. All Eyes on Me, maybe a little more commercial. But I mean, Ambitions of Ryder, like I Am Mad at You, like I mean, shit, like How Do You Want It? This is a hit, you know. American Was Wanted with Snoop Dogg. California Love remix. I mean, so this is like through Picture Me Rolling. This is like 5 tracks, and this one has like 2 big ones. Dear Mama's huge. Me Against the World. Death Row. I would say All Eyes on Me is the objectively better album, but right. What year is this? 1995 versus what? 96? Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. That's why Meek outed him in the first place. Meek writing his on stuff and Undermined by Drake wasn't even writing. I heard that Quentin was writing for Meek too, though. I heard that recently. Let me see. Did Quentin Miller write for Meek Mill? No, Quentin Miller did not write for Meek Mill. In fact, so I wonder what that was. Someone said that Quentin Miller was writing for Meek Mill. Meek Mill asked Quentin for lyrics. This was exposed on Rory and Mal, but yeah, fuck Rory and Mal. But I did hear that though. Seems unlikely, but it is what it is. And like, what would Quentin Miller write for Meek Mill? But also, I don't know. Niggas be writing shit. I think it's a big deal because, like you said, Ye had been known for having writers. Drake was hiding it on purpose. Milli Vanilli. I don't think that's the same thing. Milli Vanilli is not. Milli Vanilli was lip syncing lyrics that, like lip syncing songs that were sung by other people. I don't think it's the same thing, but I'm saying, how would you feel as writing your own stuff and someone who isn't being called the GOAT? I would say like, I would compare myself. I'd be like, am am I comparable to, if that person is like 10 times better than me? It's like I wouldn't even put myself in the question. We're talking about Meek Mill versus Drake. Meek Mill versus Drake. Like I don't know. I wouldn't really necessarily consider like Meek Mill a top lyricist to even have those conversations. But now, if it was Drake versus Kendrick, someone on the same caliber, then that's a different question. Called the GOAT. And I get it. I get it. I get it. I totally get it. But I think there's this like thing that like Drake doesn't write anything, and I think that's where it's like kind of like weird. So I think it's like a weird comparison. I don't know. It's like I can understand if like Drake couldn't write, if he was just ass. You know what I'm saying? That would be different. But he can. It's almost like he's so good at writing that he knows what's a good verse, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take that one." That's different. And I don't think that Kendrick songs are even in the same caliber as Drake songs. So it's like it's a weird thing to compare them because they don't make the same type of music, you know? Where it's like if someone's like really hook heavy and they have like melodic shit and the other guy's like straight raps, it's like, well, they shouldn't be compared in the first place. Now, when we bring up started from the bottom and 10 bands and shit like that, those verses are dumb. It's not even good verses. So it's like they're like these kind of like dumbed down, not pop verses, but they're like dumbed down kind of like mainstream verses, like in the vein of Tyga or whatever. It's like that's not lyricism at all. It's just songwriting. So it's like I don't know. I think if Drake didn't have a lot of other, I think if you took out all the songs that people wrote for him, he would still be smoking everybody. That's all. I just put it that way. You know what I mean? But I'm not just saying it. I'm saying specifically him. You know what I'm saying? If it was somebody else that only had 10 hits and 7 out of 10 are written by someone else, yeah, that's different. But the nigga has a million songs. I know what they were doing. I know what they were doing. Just saying, both faking. What is faking? I don't see how it's faking. Nah, you wouldn't go for that, Kyle. That's what I'm saying. Why would I not go for it when I'm saying the opposite? I could care less. You know what I mean? He got so many styles because he got so many writers. LOL, chill. Who else is writing for him? You remember Drake fumbling the freestyle, looking at his phone in the beginning? Come on, bro. But you didn't hear that story about like how he like did that on purpose? Isn't there like that was like debunked that he like did it on purpose? Like he did that to. Didn't like Flex come out and be like, no, he knew the verse, but he did that to so people would know that he actually wrote it? Isn't it like a thing? Hold up. I mean, if you don't think that Drake can write, that's what I think is the craziest thing. Is like, of course he can write. He wouldn't be who he was if he couldn't write. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think Drake writes better than most people. You know what I'm saying? I think he just does both. I think he just does both. I think two things can be true. I think he writes better than most people, and he also has ghostwriters at the same time. I think it's both. But if he's written songs that are just by himself that are top songs, how can I don't understand that? I think he's capable. It's not about excuses, it's just the reality. It's not really an excuse. It's just like it's just the reality. Like It's just some like high level shit. You know what I mean? It's funny that people that have never even come close to the acclaim have opinions that can't even. It's weird to like. How could you like judge somebody that you can't even do what they do? That's crazy. Just the same way that I love Ye, but I'm not like saying, oh Ye. It's like no, it's like Drake is different than Ye. Drake is actually good. Like Drake is good because he can write like on a high level. I don't know. I think he went through an era of having like writers, and then I don't know. From all the shit that I heard, the best shit is not written. The catchy, like kind of melodic-y shit is what's written. Yes, but then you should credit your writers. That's the Milli Vanilli. Well, I don't think Milli Vanilli is a fair comparison because Milli Vanilli was literally. That'd be like if someone else recorded the whole song and lip sync it. It's a different thing. Is he not crediting his writers? I don't think Milli Vanilli. I think that's a terrible take. I don't even see why you would bring that up. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Milli Vanilli is people lip syncing over other artists recording. That's faking your actual vocals. It's not even your voice. You know what I mean? It's not about excuses for Drake. It's just he just happens to be able to do both. If he couldn't write, I would be like, yo, he can't write, but he can, and he's a great writer. He's not using writers because he can't write. He's using writers because he wants different songs. You know what I'm saying? It's different. No, he's not. That was the problem because they was both faking. I mean, okay. I mean that's your opinion. I don't. It's like comparing like two different things that aren't related. One is using song lyrics from someone else, which is what a lot of people do in the music industry, and versus like someone pretending to use someone else's vocals, which literally no one does in the industry. Yes, I know. So who would you compare it to? It's never been done. I would compare it to something that's actually accurate as opposed to just some random shit. It's never been done. What he did. That's the only thing to come. There's never been done what he's done. So there's never been rappers that have had ghostwriters. You saw Jay-Z didn't write "Still" for Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. What do you mean? I think the credit is but like all these songs start from the bottom. Yeah, I mean, I would say that's probably the biggest one out of that bunch. But like 10 bands, like they don't even play that song anymore. Started from the bottom is not a lyrical masterpiece. That song is ass, objectively. It's catchy, but it's not like anybody could have written that song. There's nothing good about that song. The beat is what carries that song. So I could understand if it was like his most like technical bars, like blah 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 blah, like ripping it, then I'd be like, yeah, that's some bullshit. But a basic song with a basic flow, like start with the bottom, that's anybody can write that. Lil Yachty can write that song. It's not a great song. It's just a anthemic, but that's not Drake's fucking highlight of his shit. I think did they credit him? We all know that happened. They not denying it. I think the credit is besides the point. I think there's a lot of people. That's why it's called a ghostwriter. You're not supposed to be credited. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying I agree with ghostwriting. I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like if I know I can write, and then like someone's like, "Yo, we need to make like a pop," and I would never do this, but it's like we need to make a pop record, and we're gonna throw you this hook. That doesn't discredit the fact that I can write. I'm there because I can write. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just for that record in that era, you just had help with these pieces. I don't think it takes away from the things you've already done. You're still performing it, whereas with Milli Vanilli, they're not performing the record. That's literally lying. Having someone write your songs, which has been the basis of making music in the music industry since the start, is nothing new. Not saying I agree with it. I don't think that a rapper should have ghostwriters. I don't agree with that part. I think you're misconstruing that you think that I think it's okay. I'm just saying, I think it's whack if there's a rapper and they don't write anything, like Cardi B, who has writers. I think that's bullshit. You know, but if Cardi was writing like a majority of her shit and the best shit, then I'd be like, well, I mean, I still wouldn't agree with it, but it's kind of different than the person that only has writers because they cannot write, but they're still a rapper. I think Drake would still have the same career if he didn't have the ghostwriters, essentially. Started with maybe excluding started from the bottom. Good defining record, but he was already established, and he done shit outside of that. And I think especially now, since that scandal, which was 2015, 16, that he probably like weaned off. But I mean, all I'm saying is you have a ghostwriter and didn't say it on a record. See, that to me, that's a terrible take because you're literally saying a ghostwriter. That's the intention of the whole thing. So ghostwriter is supposed to be anonymous. There's a lot of people that ghostwriters, and I'm not saying it's right, but for rap, but it's you can't take away. It's I think it's like you're saying that like he can't write and he needs ghostwriters. Then I think that's just the most inaccurate thing. Now, again, if there was someone that I could clearly see cannot write and needs ghostwriters, I'd be like, yeah, of course. But you can't be a ghostwriter for others and be scrutinized for using ghostwriters. That's just like recognizing good music and being like, damn, I'm gonna sing this. You know what I'm saying? Though I do not agree with it for rap. I think you should not do that. I think it's a terrible idea. I think it's corny as fuck to have ghostwriters for rap. Don't get me wrong. I think you're missing my message. I don't agree with this. But I'm not gonna throw him under the bus like he can't write, because he can. Having ghostwriters is not hip hop. What about the first hip hop mainstream song that was Rapper's Delight that was not written by what's the homie's name? Big Hank. It was written by DJ Kaz. Yes, it's not hip hop, but you're right. It's not. It's not. But I can understand if that was his whole thing. But he like the best Drake bars are written by him. It is what it is. Like what we love Drake for is he's written himself. The other shit is like some like second quarter shit. Started from the bottom. Not even that good of a song. Riding Through the Six with My Woes, like that song is ass. Who cares about that shit? You know what I'm saying? I didn't say you can't write. I said he can't ever be in top lyricist of all time debate ever. What if he still contribute? That's like, just say there's like a home run hitter that had a career, 10-year career, home runs, all natural, right? And then in their later career, or like midway through, they were on steroids, right? And they hit like maybe 2 home runs, but they hit like 10 before natural. And then once they got outed for the steroids, they hit another 15 home runs natural. That doesn't take them out of the top, especially if their numbers are triple even without the steroids. Like that's how I look at it. If their numbers are still higher than everybody without steroids, they're still that guy. They just use a tool at one point. Hotline Bling is my favorite Drake song. That song is ass. Like K-Dot said, keep singing those songs and having them dance. No, Hotline Bling is literally Drake's worst song ever. And that's why I can't take your opinion seriously, because that is literally the worst song of all time. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. You can't just deny Drake's whole shit because he has some ghostwriters. That's crazy. But anyway, that's how internet mind thinks. I listen to this shit and I go, the way he rhymes, the way he puts shit together, it's too consistent for it to be a writer. Quentin Miller is not that good of a writer. That's the reality. Quentin Miller is ass. He's not good. Quentin Miller is just as good as fucking Lil Yachty at writing. He just happened to get catchy with the right hook melody combination with the beat. Hotline Bling is trash. Worst song. What's the best Drake song? The best Drake song is I think my ultimate favorite is his breakout song, Best I Ever Had. But that is a derivative of Lil Wayne's song. I'm not gonna lie. But we're talking hooks. That verse is the verse. He has some good songs though. He has a lot of good songs. That's my personal favorite of all time. That's what made me like Drake, personally. I'll answer for you. It's Hotline Bling. I mean, you asked me what mine is, and I would never say that. How many Drake hits was all him? Probably all the first 25, 30 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what people are forgetting. Is like, we're talking about like, if Drake dropped in 2009, and let's see what year started from the bottom was. I'm guessing it's like 2015. That's still 6 years of 2013. So that's still like 4 or 5 years of like, you know what I'm saying? And Started from the Bottom is not the best Drake song. It is a great song. It's a good anthem. I don't even think like fucking God's Plan. I don't even like that song that much. That shit's, you know what I mean? I like more like Stopwatch. I like that song. I like fucking, I don't know. Pound Cake, Trophies, like. I like shit like that. I mean, just listen to, like, if you listen to Fighting Irish Freestyle, like, there's nobody fucking with Drake, bro. Except for Kendrick and Cole. Like, yes. And I think that Cole is better than Drake. But yeah, Cole is better than Drake. And I think Kendrick is good, man. Kendrick is really good. And this is no hate. I say it. It's just like, it's very like slight margin. It's like 10-9-8 to me. But Drake is good. Drake is very catchy. Drake has very clever lyrics that I do not think that Quentin Miller could ever write. J. Cole has amazing lyrics. Kendrick has deep ass fucking thought provoking lyrics. Like, I don't know, man. Kyle, you can rap and write your own. I can't believe this is your take. Exactly, because I'm actually good and I understand that, like, I understand thought process. You know what I'm saying? And I can understand if, like, somebody wrote something for me, which I would never do. It doesn't take away from the fact that I can still do. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, it takes greatness to recognize greatness. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? It takes a certain thing. It'd be like if you're a chef, right? And, like, you cook well and you know what to do. And then you see another great chef and you can, like, see, like, oh, you use rosemary and thyme and you do these steps. Like, you can understand what's a hit because you get it. Whereas most other people can't because they don't understand the science. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why can Elon Musk buy these companies? He doesn't have to necessarily do it, but he can understand it. That's why he's able to do it. Whereas somebody else that with all the same money might pass on it because they don't understand what they're investing in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I look at it like that. I look at it as like a genius trait. Not gonna. Boosie is more original than Drake. Boosie's ass. I love Boosie, but we can't do that shit. That's like saying you were like a gangster, like from like the 90s to the early 2000s, and then like you reformed your life, and from like the late 2000s to now, you're a civilian. It doesn't take away from what you've done in the past. It just means I don't know. I get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. But it's like we say he's not in the top lyricist, but like who is? And by what metrics? And if you take away the ghostwriting and Drake is still dominant over those people, on his own, then what are we talking about? That's how I look at it. Okay, but if someone was getting more recognition than you and they didn't write it, you are not going for that. I could care less, bro. Who the fuck cares? I don't compare myself to other people. That's a loser trait. That's the loser trait, and that's why I think I can't relate, because I'm not a fucking loser. I don't compare myself to other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, no, they're getting recognition, like, because they have writer. Like, if it's a good song, like, if the objective is to make the best song and you do that, like, yeah, I might not agree with it, but like, I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. But there's the reason why Meek Mill called out Drake is because Meek Mill is a loser compared to Drake. Respectfully, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's hater energy. It's hater energy. Meek Mill has never made a song that's anywhere close to as good as a Drake song. I don't give a fuck. You could say fucking intro or whatever. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Winners don't view shit like that. Winners view themselves as like, I'm just gonna do better. He has those ghostwriters, I'm gonna make a better song. Losers think, oh man, I wrote my own shit. Why aren't people liking my shit as much? Because it's not as good, bruh. Like, that's the point. Like, it's not as good. Only if you snitch. Oh yes, but the people's vote, people should know what's up. Yeah, but I think the average person doesn't really care. They just want the better song. No one, if you have a mid song that you wrote by yourself, what does that count compared to a great song that maybe you got a little help with? The average person doesn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you want a mid song that's written by somebody by themselves? Who cares? I don't care about this song because it's not good. Drake lose cool points for using ghostwriters. I don't think Drake was ever cool. Drake was never cool. Drake has always been hated. I hear you, but I'm glad you at least acknowledge it. I've never not acknowledged it. I think you're just not listening. I'm saying the same shit. It's just like, you can't, if Drake has 300 songs and 10 are written by ghostwriters, he has 290 songs compared to the average person that's written 100 songs by themselves. It's just not a, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? If you minus all his ghostwritten songs are not his best songs. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say. But that's, you know. It just is what it is. I can't, you know what I mean? Like, Drake has never been loved. Drake has always been hated on. The whole time. Drake has never, the one time Drake started to come out on the other side is when he made God's Plan. That's when people really were like, okay, Drake. But Drake has always been made fun of the whole time. The whole time he's been an artist. And then the Not Like Us shit fucking put the nail in the coffin. It is what it is. I'm like, my thing, I'm more disappointed in Drake now. Like, the most of all time. This is the most disappointed. And I wasn't even a Drake fan before this. I didn't start becoming a Drake fan until Scorpion. That's when I was like, oh, Drake's kind of hard. I'm not going to lie. I didn't listen to any Drake albums before this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm not like this like long-term Drake fan that's like, you know what I mean? I just call it how I see it. And I think something that people take for granted is like, once you make major hits, you know what's the hardest thing to do? Is make another one. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I see him doing. It's hard to make hits. It's hard to make these hits. You know what I'm saying? And I think after the ghostwriting shit came up, I feel like he just like stepped away from that completely. You can tell. There's a certain drop off. And I don't think he's topped anything since those ghostwriting allegations came out. I don't think there's any been, I mean, you know what I mean? I like Scorpion, but you know what I'm saying? He's accepted the hate even more now, even after the L and the Super Bowl. True hip hop is you rap, you wrote it. True hip hop is, I agree with that. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. But you guys are saying it like Drake hasn't written songs by himself that have been big that we love. That's what I'm saying. You know? I wouldn't even consider Drake hip hop anymore. He's a different type of caliber. this reminds me of like the AI debate where people are like, oh, AI, and it's like, bruh, like you got like, I mean, like we can do that, but yes, I also think he stopped after that outing. But yes, he's mentioned the ghostwriting in songs. It is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. It is. And again, if someone is writing your verses and you're a rapper, that's crazy. I do not accept that. I do not support that. I think that shit is whack. I think the purpose of being a rapper, if you cannot write your own verses, but I don't think it's a, I don't think for Drake it's a he can't. I think he just chose to do this one. You know what I'm saying? Alongside of the shit he's actually working on. I don't think it's like, damn, I can't write a verse anymore. Let me just call this random ass dude with one leg that works at Kroger. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's that. I think it's like, okay. I think it's more of like a money grab more than like a I need help type of thing. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Because if that was the case, I feel like Drake would be using like mad other artists for flows. Like, why is there no Drake Youngboy shit? Why is there no shit written by Kodak? Why is there no shit written by like, I don't know, like a lot of people. Whoever is the new guys. That's what I'm saying. We love Drake, but just could never be top 5 for you. That's you can't. You can speak for yourself. That's fine. What does Quentin Miller really have? Wait, see, how are we having a? We cannot have a debate when you don't know that Quentin Miller has one leg. I'm about to end the stream because niggas don't know what they're talking about.